Welcome to this comic thrill.
Hey everybody, Comix Dad here for another comics read-along. Today our story is going to be issue number 2 of the Image Comics series Rogue Sun. For anybody who is unaware or unfamiliar with Image Comics is a independent publisher who publishes creator-owned titles. So Rogue Sun is not owned by Image. The creators of Rogue Sun have a contract with Image for producing and publishing the material. Rogue Sun is part of actually a hero universe being developed at Image Comics over the last 4 years or so by a creator of Radiant Black and also writer of various books for Marvel and for DC. His name is Kyle Higgins, and this superhero universe that he has created over at Image is called the Massive Verse. And Rogue Sun is one of those characters that exists within this overarching connected universe that is being developed over at Image Comics by Kyle Higgins and his team. Rogue Sun is not written by Kyle Higgins, however. Rogue Sun is written by Ryan Parrott, and it's a little more of like a supernatural magic, monsters, stuff like that based kind of story with a superhero that has a stone called the Sunstone that basically is able to detect whenever there's any kind of supernatural evil or misdeeds afoot or any monsters attacking people, stuff like that. And the wielder of the stone is able to transform and gets donned in this fiery looking suit of armor, and this Sunstone has been passed down through generations and generations and generations of Rogue Suns. In the first issue, our main character, whose name is Dylan, it's him and his mother. They live in the New Orleans area, but he comes to find out that his estranged father had died. And his father was this hero known as Rogue Sun. And his father had, in his will, left to his son Dylan the Sunstone. Although his father Marcus had a completely separate family, a new family, new life, all that, he had left the stone to Marcus. Marcus dons the suit for the first time, tries to fight a villain that Rogue Sun's encountered before, fails miserably, and it turns out that his father, Marcus, who had died in the suit, is still in the suit. We see him at the end of issue 1, basically telling Dylan that he's a disappointment or something like that, or embarrassing or something. That was an embarrassing first fight for him as Rogue Sun. But anyway, we're going to dive into the story here because I just feel issue 2, it definitely lays the groundwork for the relationship between Dylan and Marcus moving forward for this whole first story arc in the series. And it's got a little more character to it, in my opinion, as one of the first handful of issues of the series as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Rogue Sun number 2. So if you can see any speech bubbles that have like a little orange tint around them, or either that or looks like it isn't necessarily coming from anyone, that's usually Marcus Bell, Dylan's father, and the deceased Rogue Sun, whose essence is residing within the Sunstone, which is the stone that powers the suit and has the powers. So up here, very first line of this issue is actually Marcus. You think this is going well? Yeah, things would be going a lot better if you weren't yelling in my ear the whole damn time. Ha ha ha! Tell your friend if he has any final words for you, now's the time. And I'm using the accent because, although I can't really do a Cajun accent or anything, at least not that well, it is taking place down south. They are in New Orleans. So, and also you'll find out why I'm doing the accent for him in another page or two anyway. Chapter 2, Hunter's Moon. I told you to stop talking out loud. Just think what you want to say. I can hear you. And then Dylan thinks, fine, Then shut up. Just let me handle things, okay? This ain't my first fight. You have a lot of experience with half vampire, half werewolf rednecks, do you? See, that's where the accent for him came in. I meant getting jumped by some dumbass fool and teaching said fool a lesson. You're speaking out loud again. Oh, I know. I wanted him to hear that one. Trust me, he definitely did. Dylan, get airborne. You can keep him at a... Oh, no. No running now, nighty-night. Use the Blackfire. The what? I don't know what that... And as this half werewolf, half vampire redneck just crashes him into a headstone. Ha! My pa's gonna be real proud when I bring him that pretty head of yours. And whatever's left of your heart. Dylan, get up. Swing, spit at him. Do something. I'm trying. And here I was thinking you were supposed to be tough. Dylan, can you hear me? Dylan! My brothers said, Billy, don't go picking on someone twice your size. You'll just end up sun dust. Well, who's laughing now, You're my ticket to clan leader, Tin Man. And as the sun's coming up over in the horizon, now, hold still while I... My God, kid. Is there anyone dumber and luckier than you? He's gone, Dylan. You can get up now. And he ran off because being half vampire, vampires have that weakness of turning into ash in the sun. So this redneck werewolf, half vampire, half werewolf breed, he didn't want to turn to a crisp. So Dylan, wake up. Huh? What? I'm up. Oh, cool. See? Told you I'd win. And now they're back at Dylan's house. You do realize if the sun had come up 10 seconds later... Yeah, well, it didn't. And I feel fine, by the way. Thanks for asking. That was Billy Bloodmoon, the youngest and dumbest of the Bloodmoon clan. If it had been anyone besides the runt of the litter, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Oh, if only I were so lucky. I realize we got off on the wrong foot, but you need to listen to me if you're going to. Listen? I don't even know what the hell you are. A week ago, I was jazzed because I was getting superpowers, but turns out they only come with a subscription to Ghost Dad. I've had my eye on you for some time, Dylan. I made you Rogue Son because I believe in your... Stop, please. Just stop, okay? Is this why you're dead? Because you're such a horrible liar? You haven't been a part of my life for, what, 15 years? And now suddenly I'm the son you always wanted? What's the real reason you made me Rogue Son? I'm your father, and I want what's best. Okay, we're done. Thanks for the superpowers, the flying, the fire, it's all very cool. But I can handle the rest on my own. Besides, I've got school in like 2 hours, so... Dylan, wait, you don't... And so as he takes the sunstone off of him, his father then goes whoosh and disappears with the powers in the suit. I'm gonna die. You came home pretty late last night. Technically, when the sun's up, I think it's early. Oh no, you don't get to act smart with your face all smashed up like that. Mom, it's just a few bruises. I've been coming home with them my whole life. If you didn't know what I was... But I do know, Dylan, and it scares me. I'm trying not to panic, and I'm not going to pretend that a math test is more important than saving someone's life. But your life comes first. Always. So you have to promise me you won't use this as an excuse to push away the things you don't want to deal with. Alright? Sir, yes, sir. Dylan Michael Siegel. Do not test me. Promise. Fine. I promise, okay? Normal life first, hero life a very distant second. And so Dylan's mom, obviously, she was married to his father, who was Marcus, who was the rogue son. She knew about Marcus being a hero. And one day, just when Dylan was a baby, he had left her and the newborn Dylan high and dry to go do other things with his life as a superhero. So she knows about Rogue Son. She doesn't know exactly how it all works, but she knows enough because she was with Dylan's father and she knew all about his identity as being this hero. So Dylan goes, "Trust me, Mom. I've got everything under control." And now Dylan's at school. "Byron, who's the second smartest kid in our English class?" "I mean, that's subjective, but if I had to pick..." "Reggie, my man, what's your GPA, dude?" Weighted or unweighted?" "Never mind, you're my guy." Here's the deal. That essay that's due today on whatever, you're gonna turn yours in with my name on it. I am? Yep. And then you gotta tell Mrs. Grabavoy, I don't know, some kind of Southern French name or something. You gotta tell her your hard drive crashed and you lost yours because, well, you were looking at stuff online that you shouldn't. But, I don't look at stuff like, yes, you do. Which is exactly why she'll believe you and give you an extra day to write a new paper. But why would? Because if you choose not to, I'm going to terrorize you once a week, every week, until the day you graduate. And trust me, I can get very creative. But if you help me out, I promise no one will ever mess with you again, and I'll owe you. So what do you say? Why me? I never did anything to you. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. So do we have a deal, or are you my new pet project? Okay, sure. Wonderful. Reggie, this'll be good for you. Trust me. So, yeah, Dylan is, he's no Peter Parker. He's no, enter, morally good, heroic teenage superhero from any of the big publishers or notable stories of the past. Dylan grew up in a single parent household, having a hard time, getting in fights, either getting picked on or being the one picking on other kids, and it's made him very rough around the edges, especially in high school. Thank God that's over. Yep. Now, where's the second smartest guy in our history class? Because I've got a busy night ahead of me. Can you see him right now? No, it's only when I'm in the suit. Scared the hell out of me the first time, though. And now Dylan is at the house, actually, of his father's second family with his wife and his two children. So Dylan's half-sister and half-brother. The lawyer guy said you know about all this Rogue Son stuff, so I was hoping that I could turn off the ghost of my late father and you can enjoy your new powers in peace. See, I knew you'd understand. I understand more than you think. Did you know my dad, well, our dad, never showed up for my 8th birthday party? I ignored him for weeks after that. So to get me to finally talk, he came into my room late one night and, You really don't need to tell me. And he transformed into Rogue's son. He told me that fathers love their children just like superheroes love their cities. So even though he didn't want to be gone, you have to protect the things you love. Yup, that absolutely sounds like something a deadbeat dad would tell his kid. You could be mad at our father just like I was. He could be hurtful, unapologetic, and he was far from perfect. That's your entire list? But Rogue's son probably saved your life a dozen times without you ever knowing about it. The sunstone is flashing. That means someone needs you. I'll let it go to voicemail. Our father leaves his only method of communicating to the one person who doesn't want to speak with him. How disappointing. And that is the younger, snobby half-brother. Ari, what are you doing? You said Dylan was an arrogant asshole whose brain power couldn't turn on a curling iron. And what? You're helping him now? You said all that? I'm pretty sure I said hairdryer, but the Stunstone should be mine. Well, kiddo, apparently Daddy didn't believe in you as much as you believe in yourself. But if you want, I'm happy to let you try on the helmet. For someone who hates Marcus so much, you sure do sound a lot like him. Can you help me or not? Marcus died in the suit, which means his soul is bonded to the stone. He's the only person who can disconnect the enchantment. But Dylan, if he's trying to tell you something, maybe you should listen. God, I really wish my radio wasn't broken. Forget it. Flash all you want, man. I ain't picking up. I don't care if the city is on fire. As we see a little case on the dash with the sunstone calling for him. It's called The Call. Unless the city is actually on fire. And, people are dying. Where was Rogue's son when we needed him, they yelled. Damn it, what? What do you want? Dylan, duck. As his father was trying to tell him, you got somebody on your tail. Crash! As the car does Fast and Furious style flips across the road. Ow! Dylan, ignore the pain. You need to transform before... I hope you ain't dead yet, Snowflake, because this next part, it's so much more fun when the victim's still alive. Picked up your scent the other night. Didn't think I could track you all the way out here, but... Rogue son! Transform! Ah! Like, bright light, bright light. And Marcus says, if you'd answered the call when I made it, you wouldn't be in this mess. And if you weren't such an... Ow! As Billy Blood Moon scratches across the armor's back. Focus. Get in close. Don't let him use his reach. He might be stronger, but you're... I'm gonna carve you open like a can of sardines. Threck. And there ain't no sun to save you this time. Screw this. I'm out of what's it gonna take for you to listen to me. Just go away. Hi. Are you really going to die just to spite me? I gotta make a confession. I've never killed anything but cows and sheep before tonight. And I really want to know if people make the same sound. Boom into the ground. Fine. If the truth is the only way to make you listen, I didn't make you Rogue Son because I believe in you. I did it because I didn't know you. I suspected that someone close was trying to kill me, and if they succeeded, which they did, whoever took over was going to have a big target on their back. And I couldn't do that to Ari and Brock. So that left you. But the hard truth is, I actually need your help, Dylan. And you need mine too. Because if you want to survive the next 10 seconds, you need to punch me in the face as hard as you can right now. And you see right in the background, Billy Bloodmoon is flying in for a finishing strike. But Dylan probably thinks, punch you in the face, old man? Okay. As he punches through the astral projection of his father, makes clean contact with the werewolf vampire hybrid. Now, don't let up. Make him feel it. Every punch. Win the fight. Send a message. Someone comes at you, they suffer for it. All right, Dylan. That's enough. Dylan. Dylan! What? This is what you won. Now, take a breath. When you're finished pulling yourself together, instead of calling the police, I want you to call Ari. She'll know exactly what to do next. Of course he tracked you. Did he say your real name? My name? I don't think so. Good. Then he just got your scent. So you gonna put him out of his misery? Wait, I have to... I'm kidding. There's a woman in town who handles containment for us. You and I will drop off Bat Dog here in the morning. Okay, cool. Thanks. So, is he here right now? My father, I mean. Tell her I'm not here. He told me to tell you he's not here. Yeah, that sounds like him. You need a ride home? No. I'm gonna take the scenic route. Dylan, you asked for the truth and I gave it to you. If you can't handle that, well, you said you needed my help, right? I'm already playing superhero for you, so what else do you want? I've made a lot of enemies over the years, and now that I'm gone, they're all going to want a piece of the new rogue son, including the one who killed me. Really? Well, maybe instead of fighting, I should throw them a party. Joke all you want, but they knew my name. That means both of our families are in danger, and you're the only one who can protect them. So here's my offer. You help me solve my murder and bring the killer to justice. I'll teach you everything about Rogue Sun. All its powers, capabilities, you name it. Plus everything I know about being a superhero. And you go away. Excuse me? Ari said you can turn yourself off. I don't want a mentor, mentee, father, son, whatever this is. So I help you with this, and the minute we're done, you're gone. That's my offer. Take it or leave it. Alright. If that's the way you want it, you've got yourself a deal. To be continued. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this story. There's currently, at the time of this recording, 25 issues of Rogue Sun out there. So, and it's not necessarily a super in-demand book. So if you go to a local comic shop to go track down all the issues, I'm sure you could find it. Also, there are trade paperback volumes available that I'm sure you can find online, whether it be Amazon or through somewhere else. So you can catch up with the book pretty easily, or you can, like me, find it digitally as well, which is available for digital purchase and download and whatnot also. But the more we go into the story, the relationship between Marcus and Dylan definitely develops, we'll put it that way. And we find out about more monsters and villains and things that happen in the city of New Orleans and more supernatural happenings and all that stuff. It really ramps up as we get further into the series. And I would say we kind of hit a new level once it gets to, I want to say around somewhere between issue 18 and 20. But I would definitely recommend reading up to that point, though, because there's a lot of good stuff that happens pretty much with each issue. But definitely go check out Rogue Sun, check out all the other titles that are in the quote-unquote massive verse, which is Image Comics' superhero universe being developed and created by Kyle Higgins, who is the creator and writer of Radiant Black, which is also a series that we'll be covering here on the Comics Read Along at some point as well. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this story, please hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, share the channel with everybody you know. Also, you can give me a follow on X at ComicsDad. And also, if you're thinking about possibly leaving YouTube eventually to find alternative ways to watch videos and stuff, I am on Rumble. I'm not doing any live streams yet, but what I'm currently doing is I'm just going and I'm re-uploading some older videos over there for now until I can get everything figured out for how I'm going to use that channel moving forward. But in the meantime, everybody, don't forget to support your local comic shops, support independent comics, support small creators, and be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Until next time, this is Comics Dad signing off.
Thanks for joining, hope you had fun with Comics Dad. Today's adventure is done, but don't worry, we'll meet again with new tales to share, my friend.